Skylar, sneaking out in that grainy surveillance video. The car is Sheila's, and inside are Skylar's two best friends.
Skylar gets in the car, and they go driving.
And they drove for nearly an hour, for miles and miles, dark, winding roads out past Blacksville.
They get to the scene, they parked the car, and they found an area where they could sit and talk. And Skylar leaves to go back to the car, and then Rachel said, "On three."
According to Gaskins, Rachel said she counted 1, 2, 3, and on 3, the two girls began.
And that's when her and Shiela started stabbing Skylar from behind.
Oh my God, ashes.
Gaskins says Skylar fought hard to defend herself.
Did Rachel indicate what Skylar's last words were, her final moments in the meeting?
She said, Skylar just said, "Why?" And that's all she said.
Rachel said the girls covered the body with dirt and branches, threw their bloody clothes in the trunk, and left Skylar there.
Did Rachel express how she felt when the crime was over?
Yeah, I just remember her saying that this was something she wanted to get done before she went to church camp.
How did you feel when she said, "I had to get this done before church camp"?
What are we dealing with?
Did you ask Rachel why? Why did you two do this?
She would not give us any specific details other than they just didn't like her. And then when I asked her, "What do you mean you didn't like her? Clarify that." She said, "Oh, nothing, we just didn't like her."
After telling police the story, Rachel led authorities down that lonely road, past Blacksville, to a spot just across the Pennsylvania border. There, they eventually found a few scattered human remains and sent them to a lab for testing.
I just couldn't imagine the pain and suffering and the fear she went through, being alone in that place with her two best friends. And she knew what was happening when he started stabbing her.
Authorities kept Rachel's confession secret, even from the nieces, while the investigation continued. The FBI told Mary and Dave only that remains, believed to be Skylar's, had been found.
I broke down pretty bad, yeah.
We both did. That was a bad day.
It was so lonely and so deserted. And it was a horrible thing to know that she had been there and no one knew. 1, 2, 3, go! Happy birthday,
In February of 2013, just as they had since she was a little girl,
I'm ready.
Piglet, the nieces gathered with friends on Skylar's birthday, this time without her. They quietly told the Lawrences their awful news.
Did your heart just break for Mary and Dave?
My heart was slowly breaking the entire time.
I remember the first thing I thought, it was just like a surreal of, I know she's not, out there in the cold.
Ronnie Gaskins had a confession from Rachel, and she led him to a body, but it wasn't enough.
Why wouldn't you arrest somebody right away who's confessed to killing someone?
She had lied to us a number of times before. So we had to say, well, who's to say she's lying again? So we had to corroborate her statement.
What's more, Gaskins needed Rachel, so he didn't arrest her. Instead, he was about to use Rachel to get Shiela.
Coming up, grieving or pretending?
Sheila seemed like she was so upset to have lost her best friend. She even asked me, how could someone do this to Skylar?
Would the truth catch up to Sheila Eddy? When Dateline continues.
I recorded that because I think a lot of people are like that. And that's the best way I know how to describe Glynis Jordan. And to think she's a nurse. Because for 13 years, I've seen her Jekyll and Hyde on me like that. Past year, she either had a knife right in front of me and kept asking me to come downstairs. And then she put that knife out on the mail shelf. And I'm making this record because I honestly believe that she's capable of that. I think she's capable of hurting people in a hospital. I can't believe that she uses her address as some kind of, like as if it's an office, that she drives around with an RN license plate selling crack. And I've never paid that much attention to her for 13 years. But when I compare this, the way people around her get arrested for cocaine and she just, nothing is done. Like she's an informant with the police for all these years. And the fact that the police hate me. So I just pray to God that I can get out of here alive. I mean, I think I'll get out of here alive, but you never know. You see this shit? You never know. Fucking neighbors want to get into it with you because their fucking ass is always in your face when you just have to walk out your door once a day doing your laundry for 2 seconds, and they have to put some witch in front of you who gave you a hard time because you didn't have a receipt for a $2.99 item at a grocery store. And they love to laugh about that. And the way Gina drove, like as if she was going fast, aiming for my dog today, that's another thing. Every fucking one of these women in this building, not everyone, but almost every one of them has, like, either tried to have my dog taken away from me, or has threatened to bash my dog's head in, or has, like Glynis in the opening video on my YouTube page, she's going to try to make up a story about it. It's like they try to hurt you through an innocent animal. They're animals themselves.